makes you sore from your workout? Or do you base your success of your workout on if you are or are not sore? What's up, guys? Jeff here from Grit City Fitness and Performance, and today I'm going to be talking about the question is, what makes us sore? What makes us sore from working out, and should you base your success of your training or workout on if you are or are not sore? So let's jump right in. First thing you need to know when it comes to muscle soreness is when we are performing a movement, there's three types of loading or movement parts of this. We have what's called the concentric part, the eccentric part, and the isometric part. So if we were doing a bicep curl, a concentric part of the movement would be the start position and lifting towards the body. The eccentric part would be the controlling or leverage back down. And the isometric part would be in any point in which I would stop and hold in an isometric hold or isolated hold. If we were performing a bench press, another movement, the concentric part would be the pressing of the weight away from the body. It would be the eccentric part of controlling the lowering towards the body, and the isometric would be, again, any pause or stop inside of that movement. Now, this is important for you to know because each piece of this movement has a different function or muscle activation. But what causes us to be sore from our training? Well, the truth is what causes us to be sore is the eccentric part of the movement. So when you are performing a workout, when you're performing a lot of eccentric or controlling of the lowering of the weight or movement, you're going to increase the overall soreness due to the time under tension in that eccentric load pattern. Now, if you just perform concentric movements, a great way for you to think about just a concentric movement might be something like a sled push or sled drag. If you are pulling or pushing a sled, there's no controlling of the unload or reloading back to start. You're always in a concentric movement. If you're getting rid of the eccentric part of the movement, however, again going back to just sled pushes or pulls, you can actually remove the soreness from that movement or training stimulus. However, if you are doing a lot of isometric holding or isometric training, you are also going to be increasing the overall stress and demand of the time under tension, creating, again, soreness. Now, should you base the success of your workout on soreness? That is a very good question, and the answer is no. The reason you should not base the success of your workout on soreness is because soreness is not a good indicator of whether you trained correctly or trained in the most optimal way for your results. Soreness does not equal results. Soreness equals soreness. A good training or good workout should leave you feeling better and improved, and maybe with a little bit of soreness the next day or day after. But no immediate soreness should happen. That means you probably trained incorrectly or were moving wrong. However, outside of the concentric, eccentric, and isometric things that do or do not cause us soreness, there's three key things inside your training that may cause soreness. And those three things are going to be new movements, increase in rep or overall stimulus, and or stretching of a movement or movements. So if you add in any sort of new movement to your training, it's going to give you a new training stimulus. That new training stimulus is going to give you a new demand on the muscle, angle, leverage, and movement type. Because of this, that new movement will be creating or causing usage in muscles that may not have been used as much or under the demands that are currently being forced to. That then creates the soreness, again, because of the concentric, eccentric, and isometric, more so because the eccentric part of the load. But new movements will create more soreness just due to the movement or muscles being used in new ways. Another way that might create soreness or increase soreness is increasing the overall total amount of volume. Volume being the reps or sets that you perform in a workout. If you just perform the same amount, your body is going to acclimate to that amount. So if you do 5 sets of 20 every day for 5 weeks, your body's going to acclimate to that. And your body is no longer going to be sore or have to work as hard each time you train. But now if you go from 5 sets of 20 to 4 sets of 25 or 4 sets of 30, your body is going to have a higher stress demand, which due to the more reps will increase soreness. And the last and final thing that might create soreness for you is going to be stretching. If you do a movement which creates a lot of stretch or load of the movement in a stretched position, you will increase your overall soreness just due to the muscle being stretched. Things like Romanian deadlifts with a lot of hip hinging movements with a long stretch position in the hamstring, no matter how often you do them, may create more soreness than a normal deadlift due to the overall stretch of the muscle. The same could be said for a bicep curl with an extended leverage or lowering position. So that's really what you need to know when it comes to soreness. Soreness is an indicator of utilizing the eccentric component of a movement with some sort of new movements, more reps, or stretching of the load. Now, if you're deciding if a workout is good based on the soreness, you're judging your success off the wrong factor. The factor you should be judging it off of is, one, did I improve? Meaning, did I improve in some form or fashion in that workout? Did my conditioning improve? Did I use a heavier load? Did I perform more reps? Another way of validating success of the workout is, do you feel better than when you came in? Do you have more energy? Or do you feel tired in a way that's better? Meaning you're not just truly exhausted, but you feel like you got a workout. That would mean that you had a successful workout. But if you just judge it off of soreness, you're using a failed indicator to judge your own success. So make sure you, one, understand why you're going to be sore. Again, utilizing the eccentric part, the lowering or controlling of the lowering of the movement is what creates the soreness of the movement. Now from there, there's three things that are going to also add to this soreness, which is going to be new movements, more reps, or stretching of a movement or a load. Combine those things together, and that's why you are going to be sore from your training. If you want to remove your soreness, eliminate or reduce the total amount of eccentric loads that you're performing, meaning you would remove the eccentric lowering part of the controlled lowering of a movement, and you'd focus more on the concentric components. Again, isometric will create soreness because of the total amount of time under tension and the breakdown of holding in an isometric hold. So that's what you need to know when it comes to soreness and why you might be sore, and what you need to know about soreness and if it's good for your overall results.